Oh, sorry, I was just watching Exumavoid watching the Hermitcraft recap on my TV.
I was just watching
Well,
my buddy System Z watching Exuma watching the Hermitcraft recap.
If I do say so myself.
You
guys killed it last episode.
Well, this is awkward.
I mean, really,
I suppose you're here for a video, huh? Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day, and today's episode is probably going to be kind of discombobulated. I have a whole bunch of small projects that I want to work on today. So, couple things. I've done between episodes. You can see the texture variation that we only had on this lower level on the front. I've done that up on the second level. I want to do some work here today. Also, I talked with Mumbo about this community villager trading center that he built basically on our doorstep. And he said, first of all, some of you, there were a couple people who asked, well, are you going to tell him to move it? Is it, it's not super pretty. It's got all this exposed redstone and stuff like that. And he and I were talking, and I think what's going to happen is we're actually going to get together at some point. He's working on a pretty large, massive, very grindy project right now that's taking up a lot of his time. But when we get a little bit of free time, I think we're going to get together and we're going to prettify this thing and make it look beautiful. Build some sort of a cool structure around it or something like that, which I think will be really cool. So that is something that we will be dealing with, and that'll give us a really nice view from our castle or from our keep as well. But anyway, what I want to work on today is, as I said, a lot of little smaller projects. The first one being this little bit right here. So we've got kind of this, I've got this sort of laid out. I think I'm actually going to raise it up by one more, but I want to make like a little, not really a bridge, but like a platform that goes from here to here, so that if you're inside, because this is not going to go all the way up, we're not going to have a hallway that's this tall. I think I'm going to bring it up one level, and then there'll be like a little doorway here to here, going across, and it'll be done with wood, and every time. And that'll also help us kind of break up all this stone as well, because this wall right here is just very flat and undetailed and boring. So let's start with that. Let's see. I need a crafting bench. There we go. So let's grab some spruce and do a little bit of this. And actually, you know what else would be very beneficial for this? Ender pearls. There we go. So let's go up here and let's just raise this by one. This is going to be our floor level, essentially, right here, okay? And then if we come through here, we can bring this up as well. I'm not actually going to do this part of it right now, but I just want to mark out that this is here, and that way we know when we eventually get to putting the ceiling in, where the ceiling needs to be, so that, this will be kind of a more seamless transition, so to speak. So we'll do something along these lines, I think. And then, what I'm thinking is we'll do the floor in spruce wood, and then we'll do the supports in like a dark oak. I think that'll be good. And I'd kind of like sort of an arc or an arch shape. Let's just scaffold up a little bit. I should have grabbed a better scaffolding block, but that's okay. Maybe something like that. And let's grab some slabs. Here we go. Then maybe here. And then right there. And then this would come over. Yeah, I think that's a good arch shape. I think that'll work. We'll find out. We'll see. I think it'll work. Can I get up there? And there. Okay. Good. Let's just get up here, get rid of that block and that block. There we go. And then let's grab some spruce wood. We'll get up here. And right here, I'm just going to take a row of spruce wood logs across like that. And let's take a look at that. Let's see how that looks from a distance, shape-wise. We need to get rid of a couple little bits in there. But general arch shape is pretty good. Needs a little bit of work. Needs a little bit of work, though. Okay. So, I think what we did wrong is this should be a half slab. So, right here, and then there. Instead of a stair, right here, we go half slab, like so. Yeah. Okay, let's try that out. I think that'll work. And then we'll go like so. Get rid of you. And I think that will be a better shape. Let's just take a peek. Yeah, definitely a better arch for sure. Come back down. There we go. And that seems pretty good. And then I think what we'll do is we'll take some slabs up like that. Oh, not there. Let's just... There we go. That'll make that a little easier. We'll do something like that. And then here. And right here. So we can kind of emphasize that line. We can do a stair to bring it down. And then this looks a little bit more like it's supported. See what I mean? I think that's good. I think that's really good. In fact, I'm liking it. Let's go here. And then last but not least, we'll get up here and do a stair like that. There we go. Okay, how does that look? Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I'm liking it. Okay, so now let's take a look at it from a distance. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. I like that a lot. Okay, awesome. So then what we'll do is we'll get up here and put some fences, which of course I didn't grab. I've got some right here. There we go. We'll put some fences up here. Like this. Do I want to bring them all the way across or do I want to break them up? I think I want to break them up a little bit like this. Yeah, let's do that. And then this right here would be a doorway. As with that. There we go. And then we'd probably have a doorway. Let's see, here's our center point. So we'd probably have a doorway into this hallway as well, right? And I think that'll actually look pretty good. And then since these are both full blocks, we'll swap this out for spruce as well. Beautiful. Okay, so I think that little part is done. Let's just grab some of this. There we go. And take one good look at it from a distance now that we got all the railings and everything in place. Yeah, that's nice. That adds a lot, actually. That adds a lot. I think maybe it would look a little better if the fences were spruce instead of dark oak. So let's try that real quick. Also, I made a little passageway, a little secret passageway right here that leads directly down into the storage room. This is eventually going to be a hidden piston staircase. I just need to actually get around to making one of those. If only we had an amazing redstoner somewhere on the Hermitcraft server who's online right now with 1 death who I could get to do it for me. I mean, you know, our options are so limited. But no, I'll probably end up using one of his designs. It's just going to be a little single wide piston elevator. What did I come down here for? Oh yes, spruce fences. I don't have any sticks in there. That's okay. We'll make some. No big deal. I have 4 spruce fences right there. Okay, I thought I had more, but I guess not. That's fine. I also rearranged this a little bit. Put an anvil and an ender chest in here. I think that's probably going to be something that I want. Let's do that. There we go. That should be plenty. And now we should be able to try this out with the fences and see how it looks. So let's just ender pearl up there. Block, please. There we go. Ender pearl up here. And we're going to get rid of the dark oak and put spruce in its place. And I think that'll work just a little bit better because this is very dark right now, and I don't necessarily want it to be. I think this will look better. Let's try that out. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better for sure. Okay, so there we go. We got that done. Time to move on to the next project. All right, guys, I am back. The next thing I want to tackle is this room right here. This is kind of like a barracks room, if you will. What I want to have in here is some beds for soldiers and stuff like that. Some places where they can store their gear, lay their heads at night, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I want to put here. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is make a couple of, like, bunk beds. And let's just put a project chest over here real quick. Just so I have a little bit of inventory space. There we go. Take this stuff, toss all that in there, and I'll put a torch up on the wall. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we're going to make a few beds. Let's see. How many are we going to need? We're going to need 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So let's make 7 beds. There we go. And I don't think, I didn't think I could just put that on top. What we need to do is put that down as like a guide block, and then we can put this underneath like so, and then we can put a door right there, and we got like a little bunk bed type deal. That actually works pretty well. The other option would be possibly trapdoors. I want to try that. Let's try that on this bunk bed, because we're gonna have several bunk beds here, right? This is where all the soldiers would sleep. So let's go like so. Do we like that better? I think so. Yeah, I think I do like that better. I think that's a better look. We'll go with that. So let's just make a few more trapdoors like so. We'll go here and here. And that looks pretty good, I think. And then we just need to get these beds in place as well. So we'll have just a whole bunch of bunk beds in here. And that is going to make this a little bit like tight quarters. But I think that's okay. Let's go like that. There we go. So we'll have our bunk beds over here, right? I think this will work. They'll be right up against the wall. There's like a little spot here where you go through. We've got some chests for them to store their gear and stuff in over there. I think that's good. Awesome. Okay, now we have this large map here. I don't think... I want to use it somewhere in the castle, but I don't think this is the place. I think I want to use it somewhere else. Also, I just realized I didn't actually bring any stone brick up here with me to replace this stuff, but that's okay. I've got tons of stone lying around, and we can do something right here. Now, the cool thing is, this little chunk of the wall, right? This is indented, and there's nothing back here, really, because this staircase, right? This is basically just empty space back there that isn't usable. So maybe what we can do, or maybe we'll even use a little bit of wood for... No. Let's not make spruce stairs. I've got a billion of them in my chest. Just kidding, my friends. Just kidding. Let's maybe do something like this. Make like a little shelf in the wall, right? Just kind of right here. This is like a little storage area, possibly. I don't like the look of that. Maybe we'll go spruce behind. Like so. Right? And then we could possibly do some stone brick stairs right there to kind of lead into it, and also here. Maybe something like this. And then I don't know necessarily what we would put there. I mean, we could do shelves. We could do trap doors. Again, they do make good shelves, right? We could do something like that. That would be a viable option. That would give us a little bit of space as well to actually put some stuff up there, right? We could do like some item frames, like here and here. Put maybe a sword in that one, and I don't know, something else in the other one. Something, we'll think of something. I do have an armor stand that I think I'm gonna put right here. And we're going to put a little bit of chainmail armor. I really wish chainmail was craftable, but it's not. So we have to make do as best we can. A lot of you said I should use chainmail up here in the war room over here. A lot of you said that. That was a very common comment. But the problem is chainmail is not craftable, so it's kind of hard to get. So I don't have a full set of chainmail armor anywhere. Which makes things a little complicated, but that's okay. Okay, so this is looking pretty good so far. We need to get some lighting over here. Let me do some work on this. Let me see what I can come up with for this room. Do some work. I have other things that I want to work on today, so let me get some work done here, guys, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back. Check it out. It's done, and it's looking good. It's looking really good. Came together very nicely, I think. We got some chests over here. Little crafting bench hiding away just for easy access. Little table over here in the corner where the guards can sit and wait for things to happen if something happens. This line of slabs, by the way, is for defensive purposes. Gives you a better angle to shoot out the arrow slits. Did a little bit of work up here in the ceiling. Added some stone arches to support the stone above. And then I added some beams as well, just to kind of break up the stone and add a little bit of, kind of break up the gray. We had too much gray up there, so we kind of broke that up. But this room, I think, is really nice. Some details, paintings on the walls, a couple of chests here for storage, etc., etc. Added a door there. That's the door that leads down to our storage area. I think this is really good. I like the way it came together. A little carpet down here, a little bit of a rug. One of these has a torch hiding underneath it to hide some lighting. But I think this is good. This is a nice room. It looks pretty good. Like I'm happy with it. It's good. It's finished. It's complete. So I think it is time to move on to something else. Now, last episode, we met with BDubs. We met up with BDubs, tried to extend a little bit of an olive branch, gave him an elytra with mending and unbreaking on it, tried to extend an olive branch and make it clear that war was not what I wanted. Am I prepared for a war? Of course. Absolutely. I'm always ready for battle. But that doesn't mean that I want a war. It means that should a war happen, I will not back down. But I tried to avert it. I tried instead to take a diplomatic approach, right? To try and ease the tensions a little bit. And you know what he did with that elytra? Do you know what he did? This is what he did.
Well, you know what I think of this olive branch? I think that it's olive trash. I ain't taking that crap. I don't want that garbage.
Talk about a wasted opportunity. So much for peace. So much for peace. I tried to be diplomatic. Yes, I started off, I overreacted a little bit at the beginning of the season, built him a retirement home. Maybe that was a little too far. But now I've tried to come bearing an olive branch, and you know what? He threw it away. He threw it away altogether. Didn't want it. Well, you know what? That's fine, because my threat, when I said I would burn the jungle to the ground, oh, that was not an exaggeration. That was not a metaphor. That jungle is going to burn if things get out of hand. You know, BDubs, he likes to talk a big game. He goes out there, he runs his mouth, talks a lot of smack, but that's fine. You know what? Words are only words. It's the actions that I'm far more concerned with. They did some stealing. They stole a bunch of Exuma's stuff. Exuma is one of the people. And I have to look out for the people. So I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm not going to do anything just yet. Not just yet. We'll get there in due time. But I'm not going to overreact again. My actions will be cold and calculating. And if the NHO steps out of line, I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance for peace, and they threw it away. They threw it away. So, they were warned. What happens here, what happens from here on out, is on their head. It's on them, not on me. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to go into a war just yet. The season just started. It's too early to have a war and ruin everything. But you know what? If that's what it comes to, if it's a war they want, it's a war they shall receive. That video made me sad. It really did. You know, I was hoping that he'd be a little bit more open to the idea of, and not even necessarily a lasting peace, just a ceasefire, a short break to kind of let cooler heads prevail, so to speak. You know, just a little bit of a break so that people could take a moment and kind of think about their actions and reflect on if a war is really what we want at this point. Is that really what we want? I don't think so, but you know what? It's too late now. It's war, my friends. It is war, and it's on. Or at least it will be. It's not yet. Words are only words. Yes, he threw away the elytra. Just threw it away like it was garbage. And that was not just an elytra. That was an elytra with mending and unbreaking on it. You know how many hours I had to spend away from my computer, AFK fishing, to get that for him? Do you know how much work I didn't have to do just so that I could give that gift to the NHO, and he just threw it away like it was nothing? And then he made fun of the knight. He made fun of the knight for talking in the third person. Okay, Mr. BDubs got a bow, BOO did this, BDubs did this. Look at BDubs. BDubs is this and BDubs is that. You want to talk about talking about yourself in the third person. And you call me out? You call the night out for that? No. No. It's on. Tempers are flaring. The tension is high, and we are about to be embroiled in an all-out war. And at the end of the day, it's not going to be the old men who are victorious. I hope they have a steady supply of Depends, because they're going to need it. All right, guys, I am back. So, went ahead and laid down a whole bunch of packed ice in the Nether Tunnel that leads to the Ender, because it's a super, super long trip. Like, it's miserably long. I'm really hesitant to make it into like a proper decorated Nether Tunnel until we have an actual Nether hub. And I don't know who's wanting to do that. I know Cubfan had mentioned possibly wanting to do something with the Nether hub. I think Tango and Zedaf might have been interested in doing something as well, so I'm not sure who it is. We're definitely going to have a proper Nether hub, don't worry. Don't worry, we're not just going to have that super janky Nether hub that we've been dealing with for the entire season. That would be ridiculous. But I don't want to make a proper Nether tunnel and then have to redo it shortly thereafter. Like, that just seems silly to me. So I think instead I just did a little bit of a temporary solution, put down some packed ice that should make it usable for boats, although it is possible people will run into pigmen and stuff like that. And now what I'm doing is I'm tearing down my AFK Fishing Farm. And the reason for that is that basically everything in this little underground section, this little starter cave, pretty much has to go. We need to get rid of this to make room for other stuff. Our netherwort farm is going to have to go too, although that's quite useful to me at this point, as is my super smelter over here. Oh, and by the way, guess whose super smelter still works? Guess whose super smelter doesn't break? Guess whose super smelter works flawlessly? That's right, me, the redstone master. No, I'm just kidding. I was watching, I think it was Mumbo's most recent video or something. He did something and his super smelter broke, and I was having a chuckle at the spoon-worthy moment. But no, this is actually a really good design. I love this super smelter design. It works so well, it's so easily tileable, and it gets the job done. And I think it actually uses less hoppers. Or at least it may use less hoppers than some other designs that I've seen. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I'm going to tear down the AFK Fishing Farm. Right through here is our chest room. So, yeah, that's a thing. And somewhere behind one of these is our little passageway. But we're going to fill this all in, probably this whole thing, in fact. I need to get rid of that as well. It shouldn't take too long. All right, that's taken care of. AFK Fish Farm, goodbye. Good riddance. Adios. Au revoir. We have all of these enchanted books and chests in here. Tons and tons and tons and tons of them. And I'd like to build a library at some point as part of our castle, which will store all our different enchanted books and things like that. So for now, those are going to stay there, especially since moving and storing them is really kind of a major pain since they're not stackable. So they're just going to stay there for now, but that's needless to say. What? Needless to say? What words? Please. Why? What? I don't even... you know what? We're moving on. Needless to say is what I meant to say. Needless to say, the space underneath our keep here is going to get used for other stuff. So here's the plan. I want to build a mob farm. Not a spawner-based mob farm, a general mob farm so we can get things like creepers for gunpowder, because obviously with Elytra, gunpowder is very important. Also, with a war brewing, TNT may be necessary. We'll have to see. You know, if nothing else, you know, I consider TNT like a weapon of mass destruction, right? I want to have a lot of it, but I hope I don't have to use it. But either way, we need a lot of gunpowder because my gunpowder supply is relatively low. Rockets, you go through them pretty quickly when you're flying around the server. So I want to have a proper mob farm. And of course, we could use the bones and the string and all that kind of stuff as well. It would be very useful. What I'm thinking is we'll have a mob farm. The mob farm is going to be underground. It'll be underneath the base, which means we're going to have to take some time to light up a bunch of caves around the area and stuff like that. But then the collection point, you'll come down here, you'll go down a little hallway, and the collection point will be somewhere over here. So it'll be near the storage room. But I think it'll work out pretty well. It's not night yet, but that's going to be a thing. But I think that is the plan, and it should work. I think that's a good idea. So, yeah, that's a good thing. I do want to get a little piston staircase in over here, I think. A hidden one. I don't know yet how I want to have it triggered. Part of me wants to have it be like a lever, just because that's easy and simple, and you don't need to carry around a redstone torch key or anything like that. But we'll have to see. I'll figure something out. Anyway, let me get to work on that. All right, guys, I am back. Check it out. We have a hidden staircase here. You couldn't even tell. It's here. What's down here? Oh, it's just a natural Minecraft cave. Oh, look, a lever. Look at that. And it works. And it works beautifully, and I did a redstone thing, and I'm super proud of myself. Yes, I went off a tutorial, of course. I went off a super old Mumbo video, like 2013 Mumbo? I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to build it for yourself. But we now have a working, secret, one-wide, hidden staircase that leads down here. It was a little tricky to get it just right as far as the stairways and stuff goes, but we've got a little bit of a ladder here. I think that works. I'm not super concerned about it. But little secret way down to get down there to our storage room, which is great. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am very much out of time for this episode. So, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.